Hi, I'm YC58GD. I've been a YouTuber for a few weeks now and I still have barely any subscribers. So for today's video, I'm going to tell you the story of how I became a Geometry Dash player and how I ended up becoming a Geometry Dash YouTuber. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start off with how I became a Geometry Dash player. So I was 7 to 8 years old at the time, and I was hanging out with my friends until I saw one of them playing Geometry Dash. And at the time, I was too shy to even ask what the game's name was. So I just sat there and watched her along with my other friends. And when our hangout was over, I actually didn't think of much about the game because again at the time I was 7 to 8 years old, and over the years I actually started to think about what the game's name was, and uh, and and when it became grade 5, I actually figured out what the game's name was, and I decided to download it from Google Play Store, but it it actually cost money, so I just didn't download it and searched for free versions of the game, other than Sub Zero and Meltdown for some reason. Because I think at the time, Meltdown and Sub Zero didn't exist, and what I found was a few other spin-offs, but uh, but they're all fake versions of the game, and it just felt too awkward because at the time I was looking for something that can create levels just like in the original game. Until I found a Geometry Dash game called Final Dash, and I think I found it about like when 2.2 released. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I actually had a lot of fun because it had all the features I was looking for, and it had all the game modes, including the twin copter, UFO, etc. Plus some other game modes. I mean, custom game modes that the creators of the game actually decided to add. And after a few weeks, I actually decided to quit because it was so awkward that time because I had an old phone at the time and it was really laggy at stuff, so that's why I decided to quit. And a few years later, when he became 11 years old, I actually decided to download the actual version of the game, and I mean the actual version of the game, and I actually had twice as fun because I had a better phone and it wasn't laggy, so I continued playing to this day, and that's how I became a Geometry Dash player. Alrighty, so I'm gonna move on to why I became a YouTuber. So long story short, I actually wanted to do this as a kid. I just wasn't sure what kind of content I wanted to make, and another reason why is I've seen many famous YouTubers before, and they actually inspired me to become a YouTuber like today. And originally I was supposed to be a YouTuber for another game, but I just felt like I just felt like I didn't want to, bro. And I actually decided to play Geometry Dash. And by the way, I'm going to make a new channel called YZ5E Blocks, and it's basically just me playing Roblox. So I'm going to make the channel soon. I think about next weekend, and so yeah, so that's it for today, and if you enjoyed, like the video and subscribe to my channel, and you can always change your mind and unsubscribe. Anyways, bye.